отказ. Акимат наш!
Sorry, just one more. Within that region, we've also had seen a lot of instability in Kazakhstan. Is that something that the White House has a position on?
Yeah, we have obviously, as you noted, we have seen that, and we're monitoring reports of protests in Kazakhstan. We support calls for calm, for protesters to express themselves peacefully, and for authorities to exercise restraint. There are some crazy Russian claims about the U.S. being behind this, so let me just use this opportunity to convey that as absolutely false.
There it is, folks. It has been officially denied. I think it was one famous person once said that never believe anything until it has been officially denied. I promise you, bro. I promise you, the U.S. is behind us. Welcome to the Up River Crawfish. I'm your host, Sankara. Let me just give a quick analysis on the situation in Kazakhstan. There's a book written by a former U.S. National Security Advisor called The Grand Chessboard. And the former National Security Advisor was Zbigniew Brzezinski. That's Micah Brzezinski from MSNBC is her dad. He was the one that engineered the Soviet demise in Afghanistan. In that book, The Grand Chessboard, Brzezinski pointed out that these stands in Central Asia, those were going to be the areas in which the U.S. can ensure that there will be no other person, no other entity to challenge U.S. power. So that means China and specifically Russia. So no other, according to Brzezinski, no other U.S. should maintain its primacy in the world. No other party should be able to challenge the U.S. supremacy in the world. And the countries that I pointed out that I've been expecting this thing for a while now, by the way. Sorry if I'm being choppy. The countries that were pointed out are those countries in Central Asia, those stands. Obviously, Afghanistan was one of them, but I promise you, right now, the U.S. don't want to see Afghanistan right now. The Taliban won't tolerate that. So, the countries: Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, and Turkmenistan. I mentioned 4 on my on the meme I have on the video, but actually it's 5. These 5 stands were at this is the soft underbelly of Russia that they've been trying to mess with. But it's not just Russia. It is also China. The thing is, these countries have challenging demographics. They have populations where you have large minorities that can be played on. All of these countries have similar problems like that. Before, the U.S. had made friends with them, and with Russia not being in the mix, they had made friends with them, but the U.S. got caught in its own dirty game. So where they be friends with the government, but then they would go and support an opposition that they then trying to use to either keep the government in line or eventually get the government out. So that Hegelian and dialectic, they're trying to play both sides. They were trying to do that. Once Russia came back, Russia was able to make those countries understand that you don't want to mess with the US. You don't want to be playing friendship with them. They are dangerous. So those countries were able to, Russia and China have been able to go ahead and gotten good relationship with those countries now. And that's why when the US wanted to get bases in these countries when they were pulling out of Afghanistan, they all refused. Now, I was expecting uprising to start in any of these countries a couple of years ago, but I guess the U.S. decided to start now, especially so now because they're out of Afghanistan and they needed bases, and those countries have come out firmly and made it clear that they're not allowing U.S. bases because of influence from Russia and influence from China. So you see that denial from Jen Psaki. I promise you, bro. I promise you, the U.S. is in this. Go read the Grand Chessboard by Zbigniew Brzezinski. You will understand where the U.S. is trying to go. In fact, read it for yourself, because a lot of things that happen in this world, you will see it coming before it even comes. And I promise you, this has U.S. hands all over it. So the protest was in October. There they took you saw that video where they stormed the I think it was the Parliament building, and then later on they stormed the former presidential palace, because the new presidential palace is in North Sultan. North Sultan used to be Astana before, but it was now named after the first Kazakhstan president, the Sultan Nazarbayev. So the seat of government is now in North Sultan. But this stuff was started as just a dispute over fuel prices. All of a sudden got very toxic. And I promise you, it has external hands in it. And specifically, I'm not biting my tongue on this, specifically US CIA hands in it. Now, the thing is, I don't understand how they think they will succeed, because definitely in this area, Russia ain't playing no nonsense. Russia will come in strong to back the Kazakhstan government. That's going to be for a fact. In fact, Kazakhstan has already asked for assistance from the Collective Security Treaty Organization, which includes Russia. They've already asked for assistance, and it has already been accepted. So I promise you, Russian troops will be there over there pretty soon to put things in order. And even the troops, the military in Kazakhstan will put things in order. How the CIA intended to get this one done, I don't know. But maybe they have a lot of they have a strong a fifth column that's working its way over there. So let's see. There might be civil war brewing if they're strong enough. Otherwise, they are going to be crushed. But either way, whether they got a strong presence there, I promise you, Russia will not tolerate this. Russia has all the legal stuff behind them now, because the Kazakh government have given them permission to come in. So this is not going to end well for those people who think they could have started this nonsense. Haha, these people, it's so funny. I mean, the same old things, and some people will want to believe the U.S. and think that what Jen Psaki said is true. Come on. If in fact the CIA was doing it, would she come out and say yes? No, she wouldn't. is written in Brzezinski's book. This is the attempt to get the stance to become a haven for destabilization against Russia and China. Russia's been preparing for this for a long time. I thought a long time ago they would have started this. But Russia's hand is strongest now, and that's when they decided to start this. I guess prior why they didn't start it could have been that the means were not all their resources were not yet consolidated. Maybe that's why. But I promise you, this is by the CIA. Thank you. I will give you more updates. Let's watch what's going to happen. I will be bringing you more updates on Kazakhstan. This is the Grand Chessboard. This is an episode of the Grand Chessboard. Look, watch out for it.